NFL Network analyst Charley Casserly joining us here on the Blitz, ESPN San Antonio, former GM of the Houston Texans and the Washington Redskins. I mentioned the Texans. You know the McNair family extremely well. As a former GM of that franchise, when you look at some of the moves Bill O'Brien has made recently, what are your initial thoughts on those moves? Can you explain what maybe he is trying to do?
Well, in part I can. I think, again, I came under a guy named George Allen. George Allen was famous for trading picks in the future. He, in fact, traded twice. He traded picks he didn't even own. How about that one? Okay, they put in a rule. You have to own the pick. He said, well, I don't have it now. I'll get it by next year. Okay, true story. They put in a rule because of him. So he was always trading for the future. Okay, Bobby Beathard, I broke under, would trade a future one for a 2 in a draft to draft a player, with the idea we got a first-round grade on him, we get him a year ahead of time. So that's how I grew up. So I traded picks for players. What happens to you, men, is this. You look at a player like Cooks, the wide receiver, and you say to yourself, I'm trading a second-round pick. Let's look at our board in the second round. There's no wide receiver as good as Cooks. God, we get a second-round pick's only a 50-50 chance. This guy's a 100% chance, okay, 1,000-yard receiver. So you do that. You win on day one. You got the player playing for you right now. He can play. Now, I'll come back to that in a minute. Now, what you've done here, you've changed your receiving core. You now with the Kansas City Chiefs. You got speed. You got a lot of speed there, okay? You don't have the big physical guy inside, which that was Hopkins. Hopkins was losing a step. People were covering him better this year, watching the tape, okay? So you don't have that guy, all right? But you got Kansas City. You can run like heck and run deep on people. And you got a deep thrower and quarterback. So that's kind of, I see how they involved in this. And they were concerned, evidently, about Hopkins wanting a new contract. Okay. The negative in this is all of a sudden you don't have as many low-budget players for you. You got a lot of high-budget guys now because that's when you trade, you're trading for a big number. So you better do a good job in the second half of the draft and with the college free agents and the veteran free agent minimum guys to be able to supplement key positions for you. You can't do this forever in a salary cap situation.